That is Salford City's Daniel Udo. He's had many jobs in his career then, not just football. Will he be delivering the winning goal for Salford? It would be something, wouldn't it? Wonder what he's got up his sleeve if he were to score here. If he comes off the bench, because Salford City and Manchester City are out now here at the Etihad Stadium ahead of kick-off in this FA Cup fourth round tie. Pep Guardiola in his programme notes talks about the beautiful cup competition, how they want to keep progressing and how important this trophy is for the football club. 7-time winners. They've played in the last 3 FA Cup finals. Can they make further progress in this season's competition then and reach the 5th round? For our listeners on 5 Sports Extra, we're going to hand you over to our commentary team here now at the Etihad Stadium, Michael Brown and John Bennett.
Thank you very much, Lee. What a challenge this is for 4th tier Salford City. Back here for the 2nd season running, a short 4-mile trip from their stadium to the Etihad Stadium. The first FA Cup 4th round tie in their history, but hoping to avoid the 8-0 defeat they suffered here a year ago in the 3rd round. 4,000 Salford City fans are here for that 0.0001% chance of an FA Cup shock. You never know in this competition, but Manchester City have a manager who always takes this competition seriously. They've made it to the last 3 FA Cup finals. Yes, 9 changes, but still a very strong lineup to take on Salford. The Salford players going over to the fans who are in the top tier to the right-hand side as we look at the action here. And they're getting a standing ovation, an amazing moment for these supporters, a big landmark in their history. And Manchester City over to my left, in their light blue shirts, of course, are in their huddle preparing for kick-off. Michael Brown is alongside me. Michael, you've probably been on both sides of this, haven't you? The team expected to win a cup tie, the underdog going into a cup tie. Well, how on earth are those Salford City players feeling right now?
I think I was around for that long, that many clubs, that many scenarios. How are they feeling? It's excitement with a little bit of nerves, wanting to do well. This is where you step out. You don't want all your family and friends. It's a brilliant following from Salford City to come and watch them hopefully do something. Can they score a goal? Can they affect the game? Can they take a dream? Can they take a good moment? But notably, can they take something from the opposition that's going to make them a better player? They'll just want to do well. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. It's really nice for them to come here, be brave, take the ball, and generally there's good players all around professional football, and I think that's underestimated. It's just the level of detail, choice, the right decisions over a period of time. But on a one-off day, if they get 7 of them right at the top of the game, that's how then you see good performances.
What a story it would be. Even if it's 0-0 at half-time, what a story it would be. That is what Daniel Udo was saying. We heard from him just before kick-off. They want to hold it at 0-0 for as long as possible. So it's going to be Manchester City to get us underway. We'll bring you their lineup in just a moment, but the big headline is that John Stones is back, his first start since November, and straight away it's over on the far side for Shirky, who plays it to John Stones. He gets an early touch, and you just hope for his sake that he's going to have a season now where he avoids injury and he's able to enjoy the rest of this campaign, as Nico Gonzalez now knocks it out to the left-hand side. And Ryan Nouri now will try and get it forward for Manchester City. An early spell of possession. It's going to be like this, isn't it, Michael? Manchester City dominating the ball and Salford getting a rare touch, although they are over the halfway line now. And it's a chance for Namai to carry the ball towards the penalty area. Good chasing back for Manchester City by Omar Marmoush. Wins the ball back. He stayed down, though, which is a bit worrying from Manchester City's perspective. And City will be able to get it forward.
I was a little bit worried more that you were shocked that they got over the halfway line so early on. I was thinking, come on, it's going to be better than that for Salford City. Yeah, City moving them around. Mamouche just got caught, didn't he? He's limping. Oh, that's a bad sign now. He's stopped again.
Yeah, no Erling Haaland, remember, not involved at all. But Omar Marmoush looks in a bit of pain here. He's trying to carry on. It might be one of those injuries that he can just run off. But I'll get your thoughts on the lineup in a moment. Slightly different to what we thought. Manchester City is taking their time now in the centre of the park. Shirky knocking the ball out to the left-hand side. It's a poor pass, but it is kept on by Ryan Nouri. And it's a slow pace to the game at the moment. And I think Pep Guardiola is just looking over, concerned about that injury for Omar Marmoush. Now John Stones carrying the ball towards the halfway line. And it is BBC World Service and Sports Extra 3. It's the FA Cup 4th round, Manchester City 0, Salford City 0. And Kusanov now will knock it to Lewis, who over on the left-hand side tries to find Ryan Shirky. Now Manchester City with players in the box. Omar Marmoush seems okay now as Phil Foden picks up the ball on the edge of the area. Rico Lewis now coming forward, switches the play to the right-hand side, and Max Alain with a poor touch though, and again it's Namai who wins it back for Salford City. He's had a good start to this game, tries to find Garbutt on the left-hand side. Late challenge by Namai, and it's going to be a free kick for Manchester City. About halfway inside the Salford City half, a chance for them to get it into the box. An early booking as well. Namai is booked, and Manchester City will have this free kick.
Namai down that left-hand side before, he was the one who was with Omar Marmoush, and he catches him. As soon as he done that, Max Alain tried to sort of flip-flop, stick it out of the way. I knew he was going to get booked. It was a late one right through him. Second leg, just sliding. And now is a problem. 2 minutes on, it's about composure. Yes, he's excited. He wants to set a tone, as we've talked about going to press and not giving anybody a minute. Now he's got a big problem for such a long period of time on that yellow card.
Nico Gonzalez now to Ait Nouri on the left-hand side. Doesn't get many opportunities, Ait Nouri and the team. He want to take this one. Reinders now to Gonzalez. Ait Nouri again. He's got help now on the edge of the box from Ryan Shirky, who does a couple of step-overs, such a skillful player. I saw him score that Rabona goal here earlier this season, one of the best goals of the season. That assist to set up Phil Foden, who headed the ball in. It will be a free kick, though, to Salford City. We've had 3 minutes now, and every chance they get, Michael, to calm things down, Salford will take just below their fans. What an experience that is for the 4,000 Salford City fans above us here. What about Omar Marmoush? You think he'll be okay? Seems to have run off that injury.
Yeah, he's just moving now a little bit freer. Just look at the position that him and Tijani Reinders, he's been using this a little bit of late, Pep Guardiola, splitting the strikers and move them on the outside shoulders of the centre-backs. They're still fluid, they'll still move in and drift when possible, but in that sort of middle area, they're trying to stretch it and try and see if there's a threat, and then the midfielders just drift in, start to close up, and then create an advantage with obviously so much choice rather than a wider position because of that split striker.
Salford City with a chance to attack here as we welcome listeners on the BBC World Service. Joining us on 5 Sports Extra 3, Manchester City winning the ball back. We'll bring you the lineup in a moment. Slight surprise to see Max Alain, the youngster, playing at right back. Left-footed player, we expected him to be at centre-back, but he's at right back today. Kusanov and Stones are the centre-backs, with Ryan Ait Nouri over on the left-hand side. Tijani Reinders, Rico Lewis and Nico Gonzalez in midfield. Ryan Shirky, Phil Foden and Omar Marmoush in attack. We'll bring you the Salford lineup in just a moment as well. But it is a chance now for Reinders over on the far side to try and get a cross in as Manchester City attempt to get an early goal in this game. It is still 0-0. Ait Nouri now to Shirky. What can he do 30 yards out? Shirky looking to switch the play to Max Alain on the right-hand side. Very quiet at the Etihad Stadium at the moment as the fans wait for a bit of magic from the Manchester City team. Salford trying to hang on here as a cross from the left-hand side, and it is in the back of the net. An early goal in this game. That is the worst possible start for Manchester City, and it was scored in the end on the left-hand side by Ryan Ait Nouri with his left foot into the back of the net, and Manchester City have the lead in this game. That is not what Salford City wanted.
No, far too much space down that left-hand side, but once Manchester City peg you back, the overloads are good, and then it's about runs down the outside. Ait Nouri driving, and he's just looking to cross it, and it's a wicked deflection actually as he fizzes it across. It might go down as an own goal depending on the angle of it, and it just beats the goalkeeper near post. But Reinders combination, Ait Nouri round the outside, he's just looking to cross it, but he hits it really well across, and possibly as we just get another look here now just to see, but it's certainly away from goal, deflected in that near post.
Yeah, may not have been on target there, so it may go down as an own goal there, but Ait Nouri getting the final touch from a Manchester City perspective. So 1-0 to Manchester City. Remember, it was 8-0 last season, and Salford City wanted to hang on for as long as they could. They might be in trouble here though. Omar Marmoush on the right hand side, can he get a cross in? He's got help from Max Alain behind him. He turns back Omar Marmoush. Alain now on the edge of the box finding Phil Foden, and now Rico Lewis, and all the way back to the halfway line, and Kusanov. They're going to need a bit of character now, Salford City, after conceding that early goal. There is the goal scorer Ryan Aït-Nouri on the left-hand side. And again, he's got a chance to cross it in. They are showing absolutely no mercy, as we expected. Manchester City taking this game so seriously. Pep Guardiola's talked about them being exhausted. Well, they don't look it at the moment. Those 9 changes, Man City looking very fresh at the moment. Aït-Nouri on the left-hand side again, finding Nico Gonzalez, just knocking the ball around. And they've been really patient, aren't they, Michael?
No, they are. They're moving it around. But just look at Aït-Nouri, drives it across. Young Alfie Dorrington just comes across the centre of the 6-yard area, and that's who it deflects off past the goalkeeper, near post, and it has gone down as an own goal. Aït-Nouri will be saying, I'm involved, I want some of it. But in the build-up, we were talking, weren't we, about you can be organised, you have structure, you can't have mistakes. Yes, it's unfortunate, but it's still a bit of a mistake that your body can't move to stop it fizzing across. Reinders just on the edge of the box, tight angle, attempting to get a cross in. He's committed a foul there over on the far side. It is Dorrington who's gone down, so it will be a free kick for Salford City. We're just seeing Carl Robinson just down below us, talking to his pack room staff, trying to organise this. They're 1-0 down already. We've just had 7 minutes. Manchester City 1, Salford City 0. Wow, that's when you earn your money as a manager, isn't it? Well, that's exactly what he'll be wanting to do. And he's joined, he said about his backroom staff, by somebody who I've played with at Leeds United, Alex Bruce, son of Steve. And let's be honest, he will certainly want to win with that Manchester United connection that he has. Not necessarily fond of the blue side, I would say. FA Cup finalist as well, I think, with Hull City as well, Alex Bruce. So he's got some history in this competition. Again, Manchester City on the attack, left-hand side. Aït-Nouri seeing a lot of the ball. It won't go down as his goal, but he was certainly involved, trying to find Shirky, but the goalkeeper, Matthew Young, comes out and knocks the ball out of play. Salford City in their white kit today, could have worn the red kit, but Carl Robinson wanted them in their white kit just to make a difference from last season and that 8-0 defeat. Marmouche now in the penalty area. He's recovered from his injury, finds Max Elaine, back out to Marmouche, left-hand side. Chance now for Rico Lewis outside the box. Nico Gonzalez almost tackled by the referee there, who jumps out of the way. Over on the left-hand side now for Manchester City. Can they create another chance here? And can they get more early goals in this game as Pep Guardiola watches on, edge of his technical area? He loves this competition. He was talking in the press conference yesterday about the fact that he relishes the away trips, people shouting, "Who are you?" and chanting, and the long ball football in the FA Cup. Shirky now driving towards the penalty area. Reinders turns but loses it, and Salford City trying to come away with the ball, but they just can't get close to the ball at the moment, Michael. But just be patient, fill your space, just delay and wait. That's your setup, that's what your managers give you. It's so tough psychologically when you haven't got the ball for long periods, just to keep in your slots, keep waiting, try to frustrate, and then can you get an out ball, then can you get it forward, then can you move into a different situation. But City have got all the control. That goal now has just really gives City the lift and took the pressure away. An early own goal, if you're just tuning into the BBC World Service and Sports Extra 3. Aït-Nouri with the cross, the low cross, and it was turned in by Dorrington for an own goal. Marmouche now trying to run through. That's good goalkeeping by Matthew Young. In his second season at Salford, only 19 years old, on loan from Sunderland. He's going to have a chance to knock the ball forward. Ryan Graydon will be the target. Ireland under-19 international, playing up front on his own, 3 years at Fleetwood. January signing, what a moment this is for him. He tries to hold up the ball, but it bounces off his shins. He's got it back the right-hand side, might have a chance to cross it in. He's only got Namai in the box, but that's a good run. And they've won a corner here, Salford City. And some big cheers from the Salford fans on our right-hand side. A chance for them to get an attack here. Graydon does well. Just uses his pace down that right-hand side just to get across, and converts it in towards a penalty area, deflected for a corner. But yeah, he's been brought in to make the difference, to try and get him over the line in that promotion push. Now the quality, City all zonal, couple of blockers on around the penalty spot, but there's a bit of goalkeeper action. We've seen this a lot, aren't we now? 2 players right on that far side like Arsenal, 1 blocking the goalkeeper. And then we'll see. It's going to be left-footed Luke Garbett to take it, former Everton player. It's brilliant delivery as well. It is headed away by Gonzalez, and Foden's on the edge of the box to get the clearance. And now Manchester City can break.
And this is where they are so dangerous. Marmouche now looking to play it over to the left-hand side, and Shirky's got Foden ahead of him, but he just turns back, takes his time. Ryan Shirky then drives towards the box, and that's good defending by Salford. They get the ball away, but straight away Reinders wins it back, and he'll find Rico Lewis. Decent delivery, but Manchester City getting that header away. They won't get too many opportunities with the set pieces, so the delivery has to be absolutely brilliant to test this City defence. 1-0 to Manchester City against Salford City. FA Cup 4th round. You can hear the Salford fans hopefully in the background. They're still enjoying their day out, even though they've conceded that early goal. Max Elaine now on the right hand side, who was on loan for Watford for most of this season, now chipped into the box looking for Reinders. The flag is up for offside, and it will be a free kick for Salford City.
You see Aït-Nouri going all the way forward. Kushanov's got the pace. He's right-sided centre back. Max Elaine playing in the right back position. John Stones coming back on that left hand side, and what Salford have decided to do, Ryan Graydon have just tried to push him onto the far side rather than coming where Kushanov is, to try and jump on the back of John Stones, who won't really want too many of those runs in behind him if he can help it. On that sort of first moment back, that way of just getting a feeler, getting some momentum, getting some minutes. Are they going to go along with this now? John Stones will be in and around it.
Yeah, Matthew Young, the goalkeeper, with a long ball, looking for Graydon again, who can't get to the ball. But will be a chance for Dorrington now, who scored that own goal, to knock it back to Matty Young again. Alfie Dorrington on loan from Tottenham. He was at Aberdeen.
He's had a few loans, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to find his way now, his feet.
Manchester City with the ball on the edge of their own box, and Gonzalez now gets it out to Shirky. Really enjoy watching Ryan Shirky, his skills, the street footballer. You can see that the skills that he learnt on the streets of Lyon when he was growing up there before playing for the club. It's knocked down the line by Elaine all the way back to Matty Young, the Salford City goalkeeper. What do you make of Max Elaine being at right back? I didn't expect that. We thought he'd be centre back or left back.
I'm wondering why, right? Because what I'm saying is, he just won't want the breakaway. He won't want Salford to get any sort of start to it. Kushanov's got the pace, and he's been playing really well there. So I think he'll want to say, do you know what? You deserve it. You want to be in there. He could have played right back all day long. And then it's about personnel. It's about numbers. Max Elaine had done well enough, and then he found it a little bit tough. It was the Manchester derby. But he deserves another chance, and what he'd given just before that, he'll play anywhere. He won't be bothered where he is, and just be delighted to be out there.
James Trafford knocks the ball towards the halfway line, and it's back with John Stones now on the left-hand side. As Aït-Nouri finds Nico Gonzalez. Haven't brought you the Salford City lineup, so it's Matty Young in goal, back three of Orr, Dorrington and Cooper. Osterfield is just in front of the back three. Grant and Woodburn in midfield. Luke Garbett on the left-hand side as a wing-back, Rosaire Longello on the right, and it's Kelly Namai just behind Ryan Graydon, who's that lone striker, although he's got Namai joining him. It is almost a front two as he joins him in attack. Aït-Nouri now on the left-hand side for Manchester City, back to John Stones, and now Ryan Shirky knocking the ball forward. It is a quiet atmosphere at the Etihad Stadium, but it's been great to see so many young people, children, getting a chance to watch the game today. The ticket situation's a bit different, so it gives people a bit of an opportunity to watch the game when normally they can't get tickets. So lots of young people here as the ball is on the edge of the box. Chance now for Shirky to pick it up. Left hand side, tries a shot. It's well wide in the end. Might even go out all the way for a throw in. Yeah, it goes out for a throw to Salford City, and they will have a chance to clear the ball forward.
Now, you mentioned Ryan Shirky, the talent that he has. If anyone gets the opportunity to look at some of his clips, to see what he can produce, as you mentioned, street footballer, he will be either the best player or sometimes he can get you into a bit of a trouble, and Pep Guardiola can often get hold of him, get a bit frustrated.
Yeah, he's not a big fan of that street football
and
skill,
then
is
he produces something, as you mentioned, a Rabona, that reverse flick into Phil Foden as he heads that ball off the crossbar. He's somebody, whether it's commentary or as a fan, you just want to watch him. You want to see what's next. It's exciting, he's clever. Phil Foden, great feet there, just almost gets caught, and here's the opportunity for Max Elaine.
Yeah, Max Elaine right hand side, trying to find Foden again, who has that street footballer ability as well, Phil Foden. He's won a free kick here on the edge of the box as well. It's about 30 yards out, so this might be a shooting opportunity for one of the Manchester City players, and Ryan Shirky wants the ball. Yeah, that interview after the game when Shirky did that Rabona, and Pep Guardiola didn't like it at all, did he? As fans, we absolutely love it.
How can he not?
You can't take that out of a player like that, can you?
Did you see Phil Foden's reaction when he did it? He started like laughing on his face as if to go, brilliant, love it, I want to play more with you.
16 minutes gone. Manchester City have a 1-goal lead here, 1-0 up against Salford City. And Shirky has this free kick. He's not going to shoot, he's going to cross it in to the back post, looking for John Stones. It's flicked on at the back post, and almost an opportunity back post for John Stones. Finds Aït-Nouri, edge of the box, the whistle has gone, the flag is up. Free kick to Salford City. And what have you made of their reaction since the goal went in, that own goal? How have they responded, Salford?
Well, they haven't got the ball really, that's something. They've got organised, they've been a little bit narrower, they've stepped up there, they've done well with their shape there on that wide free kick to force that offside where there would have been a little bit of pressure as John Stones looked to circulate the ball back in from that wider area. But it's now, can they get some passes? Can they get into midfield? Can they get it wide into those wing backs to try and just push forward, try and get a couple of deliveries across the face? James Trafford, he was tested in the semi-final against Newcastle. As we just get a glimpse of somebody who wasn't too bad, was he, in the stand?
Paul Scholes watching on. He's not involved in the ownership group anymore at Salford City. Remember, the class of 92, the Manchester United legends bought Salford City back in 2014. There was a change of ownership in the European summer. A new consortium bought the club, still involving some big names like Gary Neville and David Beckham, but Paul Scholes as an advisor now. As Salford City come forward, almost a chance, edge of the box for Osterfield. Just as he was about to shoot, the ball was taken away from him. And that was a decent opportunity in the end for Salford City, edge of the box. There was a coming together between two players just as Osterfield was challenged, and there's going to be a stoppage here. That was an opening there for Salford, Michael Brown.
The ball sliding across the penalty area. Osterfield steps inside and he's looking to get that left foot shot away, and he almost misses it. But is he caught late on? He certainly hurts himself. Just going to get a little look now, but it's a big chance. He just looks to slice that left foot across, and he hits his other foot. And it may be a little bit of pride. We'll soon see whether he can carry on, but he catches, is it Max Alleyne as well at the end of it? Just so he comes into it, both of them together.
Yeah, just as he was teeing up the shot, he almost one foot hit the other foot and he went down. On first view, it looked as though maybe there was a foul in there. Of course, we don't have VAR, do we?
It hit his other foot first, right? So let me tell you, he's going to get a little bit of stick for that. He's seen the lights and he's gone, here we go, far corner. And he got the script all wrong, unfortunately. Let's hope they're both okay as they collide at the back end. But he's holding his shoulder, he's holding his arm. Well, his pride's been dented on this occasion, unfortunately.
And what a stage to do it on as well. So stoppage in the game now. Salford City have taken this opportunity to have a drinks break. They've gone over to talk to their manager, Cole Robinson. They are 1 goal down. If you're just tuning in, the own goal was scored by Alfie Dorrington after just 6 minutes. Aït-Nouri with the shot from the left-hand side, and it was turned in by Alfie Dorrington. So elsewhere in the FA Cup, earlier West Ham beat Burton Albion by 1-0. And the latest scores, it is Burnley 0, Mansfield Town 0, Norwich 0, West Brom 0, Southampton 0, Leicester City 0. So not many goals in the 3 p.m. UK time kickoffs. And Max Alleyne looks in a bit of pain here. We know that Osterfield is okay. Josh Osterfield has gone over and joined the rest of his Salford City teammates in that huddle that they're having with their manager, Cole Robinson. Cole Robinson has got his arm around one of his players at the moment, Ros Longello, just giving him a bit of encouragement. And they might have to make an early change here, Manchester City. They're leading by 1-0. He's not going to be able to continue, is he here, Michael Brown?
No, he's not. You're going to make that change. It's a shame. It's a disappointment. Not sure why he's not. I know he's been caught, but I thought whether if it was contact, the manager's not even going to see him. It'll be a lone little walk in, thinking, at this moment, when is my next chance? When will I get another minute? That must be always the concern as a young player playing here. When you get a taste of it, and then do you get another one? It's the dream, isn't it, of coming out here and playing for Pep Guardiola. And they know every minute is vital.
Another youngster coming on, Ryan McAdoo, left-footed 17-year-old winger. scored in the last round against Exeter in the third round in that 10-1 win. So he is on. One young player goes off, a young player comes on, and Rico Lewis at the moment is staying in midfield, and it looks as though McAdoo will play on the right hand side. So like for like, again, he's out of position though, isn't he, McAdoo?
But he'll just go out on the right hand side, so they'll just have a more of a natural winger.
Marmoush now has a chance one-on-one, the ball over the top, the flag has gone up for offside, it does hit the back of the net, but the flag was up very early from the assistant referee. No VAR, so it won't be checked or anything. That goal won't count. Again, a beautiful run from Omar Marmoush over the top, brilliant finish, but it won't count. It's still 1-0 to Manchester City.
The finish was sublime, wasn't it? They watched and thought, right, I don't care now, I think the flag's gone up, I'll just hit it like a sidewinder, hip high, cutting across it into that far top corner. Goalkeeper up to the right hand side, no chance. And guess what? They're asking questions. They're saying this is tight, I think.
Yeah, we're seeing a replay here. We haven't seen the replay that we need where we can see along the line, but it did look really close. And Salford now.
Pep Linders is open, asking questions to the assistant referees. They're saying it's a poor decision. I'm thinking.
We moan about VAR, Michael, but they want it now, don't they? Pep Guardiola and Pep Linders to check that. Yeah, we're seeing TV pictures here of Pep Guardiola's face. He's just below us, but he's got his back to us here, but he looks really, really disappointed with that. It did look close. I didn't think it was offside when it was initially played, but Salford City have a free kick here. A rare chance for them to get a chance on goal. And it's going to be knocked into the penalty area. The big men are forward, including Osterfield, who had that chance. It's cleared away, though, and McAdoo will get this touch on the right-hand side, wearing his orange boots. He looks like a skillful player. It's played back to James Trafford on the goal line. That was a dangerous pass. And now John Stones will carry the ball over the halfway line. You were shaking your head there, Michael. That was dangerous.
It was close, wasn't it? On that front post, on his line, he just says, oh, one touch out to the left-hand side. Good play. Trafford will take those chances. He's comfortable. If he makes a mistake, so what? That's what he does. He's comfortable with his feet. That's why he's been brought here. It's been a shame. He felt like he possibly could have been in and around that number one, but when Gigi Donnarumma's available, you're going to take him, and hasn't he delivered?
It's the BBC World Service, it's 5 Sports Extra, and it's Manchester City who lead by 1-0 against Salford City in the fourth round of the FA Cup. And now the youngster McAdoo will get a chance on the right-hand side to carry the ball towards the penalty area. He is well marshalled, though, by Luke Garbett, who joined in 2023, 5 league appearances for Everton, started against Arsenal in the Premier League, so he's got some quality, playing as a left wing back today. Garbett up against the youngster McAdoo now. He's just come on. Now John Stones over the halfway line. He's got Nouri to his left-hand side, John Stones. It's brilliant to see him back on the pitch in World Cup year. If he can stay fit, surely he will be on that plane to the World Cup in Thomas Tuchel's England squad. He's getting another touch here. Vital minutes for John Stones, who shows his quality here. Brilliant switch pass to McAdoo on the right-hand side. One-on-one up against Garbett. Plays it into the box towards Phil Foden, who tries to get away from his marker. Play back now towards Ryan Nouri, and Nico Gonzalez is 25 yards out. Salford City do get the ball away. Namai bringing it forward, but that's good play from McAdoo to win it back, sliding and getting the ball to Gonzalez. They're defending really well here, Salford City, Michael.
Yeah, they're narrowing up. City asking all sorts of questions.
Nouri now, though, on the left-hand side, trying to get in a cross. He runs it all the way out of play, though, and it will be a goal kick for Matty Young. So after conceding that early goal in the 6th minute, they've managed to go 20 minutes without conceding. We've had 25 minutes here at the Etihad Stadium, that one goal. And again, Alex Bruce, the assistant manager, talking with a couple of other members of the backroom staff. Constant conversations there in the technical area. That's what you have to do when you're playing Man City.
They try, and there'll be a lot of conversation with them. We should mic them up and listen to it. That would be comical. But he's a stat, right? We always talk about possession. We talk about domination. Manchester City, 90.8%. I don't think we often see it starting with
wow.
That, do we?
That I've never seen that after 25 or 26 minutes of a game. That is incredible. 90.8% possession, 9.2 for Salford City.
Is someone at the stats not getting this right? I mean, that's ridiculous if that's correct.
I've literally never seen that after such a long time into a game. We've got a slight stoppage here, and I can tell you that Burnley have taken the lead against Mansfield. Josh Laurent with the goal. So Burnley 1, Mansfield Town 0 in the FA Cup 4th round. And Salford City get it forward now to Namai, and Ryan Graydon will try and get it on the edge of the area. Back towards Namai now. Graydon turning. He has managed to get hold of the ball now, and it's Woodburn over there on the right-hand side helping out Graydon as well. Has he won a throw in here? No, it's a throw into Manchester City. Taken quickly to John Stones, who gets it under pressure, and that's a lovely volleyed pass over the top to Foden, who then switches the play to the right-hand side, and Rico Lewis, who now will carry it to the halfway line. John Stones is quality, isn't he? It's great to see him back.
Yeah, but there's been something happening in the stats. That move from Salford going forward, putting John Stones under pressure, jumping on top of Graydon. Look what's gone and happened. 89.4 it's dropped.
Michael Brown has given up on watching the game. He's watching his laptop.
Come on, Pep, you've got to get hold of this game. Come on.
If we told Pep those stats, he would absolutely love it. If we took the laptop down to tell him that he's had 90% possession, that is the absolute dream for Pep Guardiola. Aït-Nouri now, left-hand side, gets in across, looking for Marmoush, who was unlucky to have a goal disallowed. Gonzalez now, the crowd calling for him to shoot. He does shoot, took a deflection, over the bar. Corner for Manchester City, which Phil Foden will take.
Yeah, Grant just comes across, tries to get the block. Nico Gonzalez, who's improving in his Manchester City career, in that holding role in midfield. Obviously when Rodri isn't there, looking to go quick. Gets a lovely clean strike, deflected wide. Now City on set pieces have improved, you would say.
Phil Foden will take it, swinging in. He's got Shirky running towards him, wanting the short corner. Shirky's really frustrated there as he didn't get the ball. Foden in the end delivers it towards the back post, and it's cleared away well by Salford, but Aït-Nouri will now pick it up, hugging the touchline left-hand side, all the way back to the halfway line now. Enrico Lewis, again, good defended by Salford. They dealt well with that set piece, and that delivery from Phil Foden as the ball goes all the way back to James Trafford, 23 years old, 10 appearances this season, as Michael was saying earlier. Frustrating time for him after that move, £31 million.
Big saves, against Newcastle.
Yeah,
in that
he's a great goalkeeper, isn't he?
Yeah, he did really well. Just looking, and there were some big opportunities. He stood tall, made some key decisions. We know he's good with his feet. What's next? Can he continue? These are the type, this game here now he needs to progress, get another one. Will he do enough? This is the thing, to play in that cup final against Arsenal, because that's the next game. He'll always be ready just in case, but that'll be the next one he's thinking is going to be his.
Another opportunity possibly here for Manchester City. Aït-Nouri left-hand side, cuts inside, might have a shooting chance here. Aït-Nouri still going. Went past 2 or 3 Salford defenders there. Shirky now, edge of the box. He gets in a shot, but it's deflected away. Now Makeda will pick it up right-hand side. He has got Phil Foden for company, and he finds Rico Lewis. This brilliant passing in tight spaces from Manchester City as they try to get the ball forward, but John Stones now has it in the centre circle. Left-hand side towards Tijani Reinders. Reinders now cutting inside and finding Shirky. Manchester City trying to build up some pressure here. They've had plenty of the ball, but not too many opportunities to shoot, really. We had the goal, of course, the own goal to give them a 1-goal lead. We've had the disallowed goal as well for Omar Marmoush. We had a shot just a few moments ago which was deflected over from Gonzalez. Here's Aït-Nouri, who's seen a lot of the ball on the left-hand side. Again, it's patient build-up from Manchester City. Rico Lewis now towards the left-hand side, and John Stones. Pep Guardiola looking on the edge of his technical area as Gonzalez picks it up now. And you can feel the silence around the Etihad Stadium. It's a very different atmosphere to a normal Premier League game here, as Foden now backheels it and loses the ball. Salford City thought they had a chance to carry it forward, but now Foden will knock it through to Marmoush, and that's good goalkeeping by Matty Young. Quick off his line, smothers the ball, and he'll be able to waste a few more minutes now. 30 gone, Manchester City 1-0 up.
Yeah, Reinders starting that very quick, and Marmoush just running in behind. Little reverse pass. Matt Young down to the feet quickly. Marmoush is just looking to open that right foot. Phil Foden getting involved, trying to create. Again now Foden in that more central role. Kushinov just setting the attack. City have just dipped. I think they really need to just increase the pace of the game.
Elaine now on the right-hand side. Makeda plays it forward. Elaine, of course, went off injured. Makeda came on for him. And he's got a chance now to take a throw in on the right-hand side. You're still looking at the possession stats. What's it fallen to now?
It's coming back. If City have another couple of good moments here, we might see it back to a 9.
As Reinders now picks it up, the number 4 for Manchester City. Switch now to the left-hand side and Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri left-hand side. Aït-Nouri now finding Shirky. Shirky with a chance to cross it in, looking for Phil Foden, who was in the position just outside the 6-yard box. Couldn't get to the ball though. And now Graydon will turn. A lovely turn, Zidane-like turn on the halfway line. Won the ball back, and now it's played forward to Kelly Namai. And Salford City have lost it. It's back with Manchester City now. Still 1-0 to Manchester City. Salford there didn't quite get the opportunity when they were on the ball there to knock it forward.
Zidane's time for Salford. Hey,
what else would you call that turn?
Great turn. I know what you're saying, so everyone understands.
Marmoush now through on goal. Chance for Omar Marmoush. Tries to cross it into Phil Foden. And in the end, it is cleared away by Longello.
The Zidane turn, that's what you meant. Good break again, left-hand side. Marmoush really quick. Good defending, goalkeeper together. McAdoo now just drifting back inside. Rico Lewis circulating it. Look how they've narrowed up Salford. That back three really closing it up. The fans are asking, come on City.
Yeah,
like I say, it's just the pace is okay now for Salford. They can just wait, see.
Yeah, they're looking really solid. You're right, it's slow from Manchester City. The crowd trying to get involved, although it's only allowed for a few moments here. It's a strange game for them to watch, to be honest, as Woodburn now picks it up on the halfway line. No Zidane turn from Woodburn on the halfway line. One back now by George Grant, who's got some good experience, former Nottingham Forest player. And Garbett now on the left-hand side. Zach Orr will pick it up. They'll be delighted with this after conceding after only 6 minutes as Zach Orr knocks the ball down the left-hand side all the way back to the City goalkeeper, James Trafford. They'll be delighted, won't they, Salford, that they've been able to after that early goal, to keep things at just 1-0 with 33 minutes on the clock now.
Yeah, I mean, 6 minutes on the clock and you go behind all the work, all the structure, all the detail, and it deflects in, and then you're thinking, we've been here before, is it going to be 6, 7, 8? City have done a 10. But if they can go in, this scoreline, something to build on, something to go at, that'll be the message.
Aït-Nouri now left-hand side. He's onside as the ball was knocked over the top to him. And now it's Shirky left-hand side, getting in across. Good defending again over on the far side by Dorrington. And it's out for a corner. The back three have been impressive of Cooper, Dorrington and Zach Orr. They've looked really solid, but they're going to have more defending to do here. Corner on the far side for Ryan Shirky to take.
Yeah, Carl Robinson, Salford City managers, saying you've got to get tighter, stop that big diagonal pass right out to that left-hand side because City have the runners. Now a chance, the delivery cushion off going around the back.
Shirky will take this. He's got his arms in the air, and that is the prompt for all the runs to start in the penalty area. John Stones might pick this up. He goes down in the box. He wants a penalty. He thinks he was pulled. The referee says no. I'll remind you again, there's no VAR, so this won't be checked. John Stones not happy at all there as Salford get the ball forward, and there's a chance for a break now. Woodburn trying to run through, but James Trafford does brilliantly, comes off his line outside the penalty area and knocks it over the halfway line. Phil Foden will pick it up for Manchester City out for a throw-in. What did you make of that, Michael?
Yeah, it's just an opportunity, a good breakaway, trying to get forward. James Trafford coming across as Salford finally gets some of those white shirts really far forward. There is a bit of contact on John Stones on that corner kick, but not a lot. There was a hand on the sort of the right shoulder of John Stones. Goes down a little bit easy as Marmoush just pushes on the back of that line. And something that's changed in recent times is trying to get Semenyo, Marmoush, Haaland on the far shoulder. Not necessarily straight runs, those angled balls just in behind the defenders. And they have had a little bit of success with it.
Another goal elsewhere in the FA Cup. Norwich are in great form at the moment, playing a struggling team. West Bromwich Albion, Norwich City 1-0 up against West Brom. The whistle goes. Salford City offside as they tried to attack there with Kelly Namai and Ryan Graydon. So free kick for Manchester City as Pep Guardiola now has a conversation with McAdoo, the substitute, who picks it up now on the right-hand side. He's got a chance one-on-one up against Garbett to take him on. Knocks the ball forward to Phil Foden, but it's won back by Zach Orr. Good defending again by Zach Orr. He's had a good game so far. Rico Lewis now, 40 yards out. Looking for the pass quickly to McAdoo on the right-hand side. McAdoo thinks about a cross, then knocks it back to Ryan Shirky. A few supporters heading back towards the concourse as we approach half-time. We've got 9 minutes to go until the break. Ryan Aït-Nouri picks it up. 1-0 to Manchester City on the BBC World Service and 5 Sports Extra as well, as Tijani Reinders now finds Rico Lewis. Again, it's pretty slow, isn't it, from Man City?
Yeah, it is, because they're just thinking, right, we'll have the patient build-up, we'll try and just control the game and put the pressure on, it will come good. I think if they just go for it, really put the pressure on and just see the game out as early as they possibly can, because the longer it goes on like this, they go and get a breather, come out, trying to get to 60 minutes. We've seen it before. City are in control, let's be honest, but we need a little bit more urgency in the final third, a couple of more chances. Can we get a couple of shots at goal, a couple of crosses?
Yeah, the crowd getting a bit frustrated, trying to get behind the team at the moment as Gonzalez picks it up in the centre circle. Not a great game to watch at the moment as Manchester City dominate the ball but don't really get it forward quickly at the moment. Kusanov now finding Gonzalez. He's got Aït-Nouri in a bit of space left hand side, but he goes short to Ryan Shirky. You have to credit Salford City though for being so solid, for the low block at the moment, which is preventing Manchester City from creating too many chances in this game. Ryan Shirky now picks it up. Again, they're forced back towards the halfway line. Shirky turns back and perhaps we'll find Aït-Nouri now on the left hand side. That's a lovely ball over the top, and it might be a chance edge of the box for Reinders. Tries a shot over the bar, and it will be a goal kick for Salford City. And you've got to credit Carl Robinson and his team at the moment, looking really, really solid, Salford City, despite the fact they're 1-0 down. Yeah,
they're trying to play that late run into Aït-Nouri. His head's down, Forden takes that touch, lovely strike. It was always rising. It's clean when he hits them, but just leaning back slightly. He should really just try and get over it, hit it towards the ground, but he was under pressure. But I just think, you know, it just suits them, doesn't it? The more City sort of plays slowly, it gives you a breather. I mean, yes, City have completely had all the play, all the momentum, but while the scoreline's still like this, it just gives you hope.
Yeah, just 1 goal in it, and of course they had that opportunity, didn't they, with Osterfield having that shooting chance edge of the box, just tripped over. I'm sure his teammates will be reminding him of that after the game for a few weeks. Yeah, but that was an opening for them. Maybe they'll get another opening. Here's an opening for Man City, ball over the top towards Rico Lewis, but again, Matty Young comes out to claim the ball. I think he's a keeper with a lot of potential. Matty Young on loan from Sunderland, he'll calm things down. Carl Robinson on the edge of his technical area, the Salford City manager Pep Guardiola there as well. Doesn't look totally happy, Pep Guardiola, with this first half performance, despite the fact that they have a 1-goal lead. Bit of head tennis in the centre of the park now. It's in the Manchester City half, back towards John Stones, edge of the area, chipped pass, looking for Rico Lewis. He drives towards the centre circle. Lewis now to Shirky. Shirky trying to drive forward, but that's good defending in the end by Salford City. Osterfield was there to grab the ball, but now Kelly and Namai can counter-attack for Salford City. Can he create something? Graydon is in the box. Namai up against Kusanov. Good defending by Kusanov. He pushes Namai though, and that is a free kick in a good position for Salford City. Chance to get the ball into the box. This is the type of set piece that Salford City will be crying out for.
Namai does so well. Kusanov, it's a good race. He gets there early and then he doesn't leave it alone. Namai's just back to play. Kusanov going tight. And just leave him alone. Don't put your hands near him. He sort of just jumps over the top of it. I know it's one of those fouls. You're frustrated if you give it away, but the referee looks and decides he's going to give it. Pep Guardiola not pleased. Now, can this be a good delivery? Gab's got to put it right on point. There's a few on the edge of the area. Phil Forden just patrolling that. This would be some moment for those supporters.
Garbett takes it. The centre-backs are the targets. It's headed at the back post. Maybe a chance for Namai. Just stolen away from him. John Stone's got the foot in it. Loops in the box. And possibly a chance for Grant, edge of the box, but he loses it. Back to Garbett now, left-hand side. They're still on the attack here, Salford City. And Woodburn, who's got quality, will be able to cross it in. He does cross it towards the back post. Chance now, edge of the box for Salford City. The shot is deflected by Dorrington. They might be able to cross it in towards the back post. Woodburn with the shot, and it's a great save by Trafford. What an opportunity for Salford City. And just in front of us, one of the players, Garbett, has got his head in his hands because he knows that was a massive opportunity for Salford City. What a save by James Trafford.
Yeah, Woodburn coming across. They've kept it alive. Then there was this set. They had 1 goal. then another, but it was great how they ringed the box, got bodies forward, and then he just swoops it from the far side, and Trafford diving to that right hand side, just sort of scrapes it out that top corner.
They sense something here, Salford City. It's a corner, and it's swung in towards the back post, headed towards goal, but Phil Foden will try and get it clear. It's on the edge of the box now, tight on the left-hand side. Grant will try and get the cross in, but the flag is up, it's offside. What an opportunity that was for Salford City. Ben Woodburn, we've mentioned his quality, the fact he came through at Liverpool. He caught that so well, and you mentioned the saves that James Trafford made against Newcastle. That was a brilliant save by Trafford. Yeah,
it was a save that he needed to make. I thought he'd always get it, to be honest. The contact needed to be in that far corner. Sort of right around it, that whip, but he catches it, doesn't really catch it as clean as you'd want into that top corner, but Trafford's there. Just to sort of use that palm of his wrist just to push it away.
So Manchester City have had a scare. They are 1-0 up against Salford City. 3 minutes to go until half-time, and Pep Guardiola will not be happy with his players at the half-time break. Salford so close to getting an equaliser. The Etihad Stadium very, very quiet at the moment. What a moment that would have been for Ben Woodburn, who has some history in the FA Cup. The youngest Liverpool FA Cup player back in 2017 when he came on at 17 years of age. Marmoush now over the top, back to Shirky. Shirky with a flick pass to Marmoush. The flag has gone up though, it's offside, so again this wouldn't count if Marmoush had taken the shot. He didn't in the end. He heard the whistle, and it will be a free kick for Salford City. And Carl Robinson, I said that Pep Guardiola won't be too happy at half-time. He'll surely be delighted with the way his players have responded to that early goal. Really unlucky, the Ait-Nouri cross that was deflected in by Dorrington. They went 1-0 down Salford City after just 6 minutes, but they've responded so well. And Matty Young, now the goalkeeper, will have a chance to waste a few more seconds here. He's got a free kick on the edge of the area.
Yeah, they're just drifting offside. Ryan Cherky's tried to flick it into Marmoush, and they've got to stay on. They go and drive it as high as they can, but it's poor that from the goalkeeper, just as he's trying to get into their areas where you've got to flick it on, try and turn around, get towards the corners. Yes, it's a little bit old school, but sometimes you don't have much choice towards the end of the first half, the last few moments. Don't concede now, get everybody back would be the message. Narrow up, don't let City get another.
Back now with Kusanov for Manchester City. We're about to find out how long will be added on. We did have a stoppage for that injury for Max Elaine, so I'm sure we'll get a few minutes added on, a couple of minutes, maybe 3. Phil Foden now picking it up, finding Rico Lewis. Kusanov now. Will they get one chance, Manchester City, before the break to try to make it 2-0? They're attacking in the end where all the Salford City spectators are. So in the second half, Salford will be attacking towards their own fans, still dreaming of maybe getting a goal after Woodburn came so close to that equaliser. Foden on edge of the box, but the ball is cleared, and now Salford will come forward with Woodburn. One back though by Ait-Nouri, but there's a foul by Gonzalez, and it will be a free kick for Salford City as Carl Robinson goes over again to his assistant Alex Bruce. They're not in great form actually coming into this game. They lost 2 of their last 3 games. They lost to Chesterfield, a win over Tranmere, and then losing to Accrington. 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. So 2 minutes for Salford to hang on and keep it at 1-0. Remember, last year in the FA Cup third round they lost 8-0 against Manchester City, so you really feared the worst when they conceded so early. But they have done well to not just hang on but create a few chances as well and get a bit more possession. I think it's 85% now, the possession for Manchester City. The stats keep changing. Long ball by Young now over to the left hand side, and Woodburn tries to get the ball forward to Namai, out for a goal kick though, and James Trafford will pick it up.
Yeah, they've just got to get hold of it. A couple of chances for them to keep the ball. So we said, didn't we, don't let City in. City will just have maybe one little push here, one little run behind. Can they catch him? There it is.
Ait-Nouri trying to run over the top, and it's good defending by Longello to head the ball back to his goalkeeper. The keeper takes a touch, then picks it up under pressure from Marmoush, and more seconds are wasted. We've got 1 minute left of the added time. Young knocks it long. Can Salford City create a chance before half time? Flicked on. Namai will try and get this ahead of Kusanov. Kusanov might have to give away a corner here. He just about keeps it on, does he? No, I think it's gone out for a corner. So a chance, Michael Brown, for Salford City. to not knock it into the box just before half-time. What a moment this would be.
Yeah, big chance, pushing everybody forward. Carl Robinson might as well say, right, let's just put it right on top of the goalkeeper. It was just literally one punt forward, wasn't it? And then they're just making a nuisance, trying to stop the clearance, keep it up with a little flick and runners in behind. And now a chance for the last moments of this first half.
Only one outfield player back for Salford, Longello. Everyone else is in the box, and it might be a chance at the back post for Cooper, who puts it wide. That was an opportunity for Salford, and Brandon Cooper was there. He got a touch on it. It just bounces wide. He is so frustrated with himself. There goes the half-time whistle. Manchester City 1, Salford City 0. An opportunity there for Salford right before the break, Michael Brown.
Yeah, you've seen them working that. All of a sudden, City sort of zone around that 6-yard area. They come late, right on the back post. It's that deep ball in swinging. There's Cooper there. It's an easy one, you know. He's just got to head it into that corner. Misses it down to that right-hand post. Big let-off for City. He should have scored. City have got to make sure they're ready for the next one. But overall, City complete control. Had all the possession, not really created much. After that early start, that own goal from Dorrington, they recovered Salford to be harder to beat, although didn't have any momentum with the ball.
Salford somehow are not out of this yet, despite that early goal that they conceded. They've created some chances here at the Etihad Stadium, so we could be in for some fun in the second half. The half-time score here, Manchester City 1, Salford City 0. We'll be back shortly for the second half, but for listeners on Sports Extra 3, you can join Mark Chapman on 5 Live for all the news from the half-time scores from the fourth round of the FA Cup.
The back end of the half there with another header, but the set plays are where Salford are going to get success, and Man City have to be wary of that and not switch off. But flat for Man City, disappointing in terms of not having as many moments and really testing what that Salford backline. But again, Pep will come in second half and look to try and get some energy in the team, and try and improve on what they did first half.
Manchester City 1, Salford City 0.
In League 2, Bristol Rovers have equalised at Cambridge. Joe Quigley from the penalty spot, so it's 1-1 there. And Plymouth Argyle have got a third at Blackpool in League 1. They haven't won in their last 3, haven't Tom Cleverley's side, but it looks like at the break they'll go in at Blackpool 0, Plymouth 3. Premier League side leading the FA Cup at Turf Moor. Julia.
Yeah, half-time, Burnley 1, Mansfield Town at 0, and Scott Parker must be wondering why his Burnley side haven't scored even more. The only goal so far on 21 minutes. Mansfield Town keeper Liam Roberts went down trying to grab the ball. It was loose, and Josh Laurent kept his composure, simply slotted it into the back of the net. They've had a host of chances, though, of Burnley. Lyle Foster, long-range shot from the left-hand side. That forced a save. Bryn Larson had the keeper beaten. That had to be cleared by Stephen McLaughlin as it looked like it was about to cross the line. The visitors did get the ball in the back of the net. Ryan Oates scored, or so he thought, but a foul on Exal in the process ruled it out. You will think that Nigel Clough will feel they've done all right to keep just one goal in it so far. At the break, Burnley 1, Mansfield Town 0.
All 4 home sides lead by a goal to 0 in the FA Cup. Charlie Slater.
Yep, Norwich 1, West Brom 0, well worthy of their slender lead, which probably should be 2 or 3. Paris Magoma with a goal on his full debut after half an hour. 2 free headers allowed by the West Brom players there from that corner. Fiskoren and Schwartau have both gone close, the latter bordered on a sitter. At the other end, West Brom have had the ball in the net, but Josh Matter was flagged for offside. Norwich 1, West Brom 0. The tannoy just made me jump out of my skin.
And the final FA Cup tie at 3 o'clock at St Mary's, Sahel side.
Yeah, it's half-time here, Mark. Southampton 1, Leicester 0. Southampton with the only goal from the penalty spot right on half-time. A Dozy tripped up by Okoli, and then Kyle Larin making his first start. The Canadian slotted it home from the penalty spot. It was sluggish and slow up until then. Only 2 moments of quality, both coming from Leicester. Ayew with an effort, saved by the Southampton goalkeeper George Long, and then Mavididi bursting down the left-hand side. Bit of a ricochet in the penalty area. The Southampton goalkeeper initially saved it. It looped up back off Romeu and hit the underside of the crossbar. Southampton supporters celebrating today by ringing bells. I thought that was down the road at Portsmouth. Anyway, Southampton leading Leicester by a goal to 0.
In the National League, Tamworth Bournemouth were reduced to 10 men early in the first half. Their opponents, Aldershot, have been reduced to 10 men late in the first half. It's still goalless between the two. Cracking game in that division at Scunthorpe. It's now Scunthorpe 2, Boston 4. 6 goals there in the first half. None at Hillsborough. Shojo Saka.
Sheffield Wednesday 0, Millwall 0. Millwall created several really good situations from their right flank. 2 excellent crosses, not even connected with. Centre-back Caleb Taylor failed to get a free header on target. Wednesday have made some excellent last-ditch blocks, and at the other end, Jerry Yates had an early effort saved. Millwall really should be ahead, but Wednesday still well in this. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Millwall 0.
The other game in that division is also goalless at Fratton Park between Portsmouth and Sheffield United. Into League One, Cardiff against Luton. Molly Stevens.
One of the most one-way traffic games I've seen this season. Cardiff 3, Luton 1 at half-time. Cardiff scores from David Turnbull, I should say, and Joel Colwill, and a rocket from Perry Ng. Luton's goal came from the penalty spot, and Jordan Clark. Jack Wilshere's side just haven't got a chance. They're hardly touching the ball. When they do, it's for a couple of passes before Cardiff dispossess them and go on the counter. Cardiff have just shown complete domination on the ball and have been rewarded by excellent shots. It's just, as I say, one-way traffic. Cardiff, I can only see them as the winners this afternoon. Luton way off it. Cardiff 3, Luton 1.
Curtis Davis in the studio alongside me. They are a seriously good team to watch when they're on their day, aren't they?
Yeah, to say that the manager's come in, it's his first key role in terms of a club in the EFL. The job he's done is fantastic. We can all talk about the City Group and, you know, all the training and everything that they get, but yeah, what a job he's done there, and they just look like they're on a steam train back to the Championship.
But Lincoln are not going to let them get away at the top of the division. Nikesh Regani.
Absolutely, it's Lincoln 1, Bolton 0 at the break. Lincoln doing their best to keep that pressure on the leaders. They started this game brilliantly. 2 big chances for Jack Moylan, including hitting the bar. After that, Bolton had some big chances of their own. John McAtee and Rob Apter both came close. Lincoln under pressure for a period of 15 minutes or so, but the only goal of the half came from Lincoln's number 10 Moylan. A neat finish into the bottom corner from just inside the right-hand side of the box. It's been an entertaining half between second and third, and at the break it's Lincoln 1, Bolton 0.
Elsewhere in League One, Barnsley 2, AFC Wimbledon 2. Barnsley have been 2-0 up at Oakwell. Blackpool have had a terrible first half and a 3-0 down at home to Plymouth. Bradford lead Peterborough by 1-0, and it's goalless between Exeter and Northampton. Earlier, a Jack Marriott hat-trick gave Reading a 3-2 win at home to Wickham. 16 for the season for him now, and Liam Richardson's side have lost just one of their last 14 at home, and Stevenage beat Huddersfield by 1-0. In League 2 earlier, finished Barnet 0, Cheltenham 0. We'll start 3 o'clock games with the leaders Bromley, who lead Notts County at the break. Charlotte Richardson.
Bromley 1, Notts County 0, the close top of the table clash many would have expected. A lot of talk ahead of kickoff was about the key men up top for each team. Bromley's Michael Cheek with 14 goals to his name. Down the other end, Matthew Dennis with 13. The goal separating these sides at the break seems to have been awarded as an own goal, ironically, to Dennis. But the first half's decisive moment was all about Cheek's aerial threat and ability, combined with Mitch Pinnock's pinpoint free kick delivery. Bromley's quality from set pieces telling once again this season. End to end, the visitors struggling to summon a moment of quality of their own. Bromley 1, Notts County 0.
Cambridge pulled back at the break at home to Bristol Rovers. Joshua Adedonka.
Cambridge 1, Bristol Rovers 1. The visitors levelling from the spot in added time against the run of play. Joe Quigley, who won the penalty, scored the penalty, his first for Rovers in his second appearance for the club. Ben Knight's 7th goal of the season gave Cambridge the lead. Sally Kaikai, the creator for Knight's goal, darted into the penalty area after a dazzling run to set up Knight, who took his goal very well. Cambridge have been very comfortable for that penalty, or to play for now in the second half. Cambridge United 1, Bristol Rovers 1.
Elsewhere in League 2, goalless between Barrow and Colchester. Chesterfield lead Harrogate by 1-0 at the break, thanks to their top scorer Lee Burness, who's now got 12 for the season. Goalless between Crewe and Gillingham. MK Dons lead Newport by 1-0. Fleetwood are a goal up at Oldham. Shrewsbury 1, Swindon 2, and Tranmere's horrible run looks like it could be coming to an end. They lead Crawley by 2-0 at the break. In the National League, Braintree 0, Solihull Moors 0, Eastleigh 1, Boreham Wood 2, Halifax 0, Truro 0. Bottom of the table, Gateshead 2-0 down at home to Brackley. Scunthorpe 2, Boston 4. Southend lead Morecambe by 2-0. Tamworth and Aldershot both down to 10, and that is goalless. Wealdstone against league leaders York, or playoff chasing, promotion chasing York rather. That is goalless. Leaders Rochdale being held at Yeovil as well. Yeovil 1, Rochdale 1. In the Scottish Premiership, Dundee 2, Livingston 2. Dundee have been 2-0 up against the bottom of the table side. Falkirk 1, Dundee United 1, and Hibs lead St Mirren by 1-0. In the Scottish Championship, just 2 games this afternoon. Goalless between Morton and Wraith, and Queen's Park are a goal up at Ross County. In League 1, East Fife 0, Cove Rangers 1, Kelty Hearts 0, Peterhead 1, Queen of the South 0, Alloa 1, and Stenhousemuir 1, Montrose 0. In League 2, Annan 1, East Kilbride 3. And the game between top and bottom is goalless. Spartans against Edinburgh City. Where shall we go next? We will go to the rugby, where Italy is still in this with about 4 minutes to go. James Burridge.
4.5 minutes to go, Mark. Ireland lead by 20 points to 13. Garbisi has knocked over a penalty to cut the gap, and Italy have a penalty on Ireland's 22, and this is going to be another nerve-wracking last few minutes. Last week it was for Scotland, and they couldn't get over the line. Ireland are leading this time against Italy as the physios and the medics come on. The clock is stopped by Holly Davidson, but this is an absolutely critical penalty for Italy. Ireland have had really reasserted control since they brought on Gibson Park and Jack Crowley, and they've turned the screw in the second half. Jack Conan with a try early on, and a key moment was Louis Liner's try, ruled out for a forward pass from Menoncello. Absolutely spectacular break. But that was the key moment. The momentum switched. Ireland began to believe. They came racing back. They scored. They got the try from Balakoon. What a try that was. Beat 4 defenders to touchdown. And Crowley has just steadied the ship, knocking over the penalties. And they lead 20 points to 13 with 4 minutes left.
Earlier at the Men's T20 World Cup, England beat Scotland by 5 wickets. South Africa have gone off like a train chasing down New Zealand. Matt Kabir-Floyd.
They have gone up like an absolute train. 83 for 1 off the power play, chasing 176 to win the game. So they need 93 more off 84 balls. They keep wickets in hand, and they should get there comfortably.
Thank you. Just approaching 4 o'clock. You're listening to 5 Live at 4:40. Full commentary from Murrayfield, Calcutta Cup, Scotland against England. First of all, Alison Hughes has the news.
The voice of the UK. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
5 countries, including the UK, say tests on samples from the body of the Russian opposition leader, Alexei Navalny, show he was poisoned with a toxin from South American frogs. The Kremlin said he'd had a heart attack when Mr. Navalny died in a Siberian penal colony 2 years ago. The Munich Security Conference has been told by the US Secretary of State that Washington wants to revitalise its alliance with Europe. The President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, said his comments were reassuring. In his speech to the conference, Sir Keir Starmer said the UK would be deploying a fleet of warships and fighter jets to the Arctic this year. The Prime Minister said it was a show of commitment to Euro-Atlantic security. And a tribunal hearing has found that a former Metropolitan Police officer, who was secretly filmed joking about rape and sexual assault, committed gross misconduct, but will face no penalty. 9 officers at Charing Cross Police Station have been found to have committed gross misconduct after a BBC Panorama documentary broadcast last October.
I'm Rich Hall, and this is Sports Strangest Crimes presents Confessions of a Super Bowl Streaker.
When people ask me what I do, I say to them, well, by day or by night?
The story of one man's mission to conquer the holy grail of streaking the Super Bowl.
Mark Roberts is too lively for his body.
He's just like the entertainer.
Mark pushes the boundaries of what is socially acceptable.
No chance, Texas. It's really strict, but then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, hang on, what are you about?
Sports Strangest Crimes presents Confessions of a Super Bowl Streaker. Listen on BBC Sounds.
This is 5 Live Sports with Mark Chapman. Listen on BBC Sounds.
Go back to Maz Faruqi, who's watching the Winter Olympics this afternoon. Another win for Britain's curlers, the men.
Yeah, great penultimate stone at the final end from skip Bruce Mowat, meaning that Czechia conceded in that final end. So Great Britain winning 7-4. So it's 3 wins out of 4 for them in the round-robin stage, which puts them in a really healthy position, joint second in the table, alongside Canada, who have course been in the spotlight a lot in the last 24 hours.
Wow.
Well, yes.
Because Curtis walked into the studio going, do you know about the curler? And I said, do you know what, I've missed what it is. And then I've gone and looked at it and oof, dear.
Yeah, it is. And also, by the way, I commentated on a figure skating routine to a Scottish theme medley a couple of days ago. I thought that was weird, but talking to Curtis Davis about a curling controversy, did you ever think we'd be doing that?
Yeah, I have done it in one of these modern day bowling alleys. So I've done the curling, but albeit with the ball bearings.
That doesn't make you an expert, does it?
Well, I like to pretend that if I've done it, I'm an expert, and I'm definitely not.
Doing a bar game in a bowling alley with your kids.
Yeah. Well, I won, so it must make me the expert out of my group at least. Anyway,
go on. What happened?
Well,
then,
should
Matt?
we tell everybody what happened?
Welcome back to the Etihad Stadium. This is John Bennett alongside Michael Brown. It is Manchester City 1, Salford City 0. The stats tell the story of Man City's dominance. 85% possession, 402 passes for Man City compared to 65 for Salford. But the scoreline is still tight, just the 1 goal in it. And Salford did have a couple of opportunities to score in that first half. Woodburn with the shot saved and Cooper's header just wide before the break. So Carl Robinson, the Salford City manager, who again is in discussion with his backroom staff, would have been delighted with that first half, despite the fact they conceded an own goal after just 6 minutes. The game is underway. It's a throw-in for Salford over on the far side, and a chance for them to possibly create something, but it's going to be cleared away over on the far side. Out for a throw to Manchester City. We'll bring you the lineups in just a moment. No changes, although there was a change in the first half for Manchester City. Michael Brown is alongside me, and Salford City will have been delighted with that first half after the early goal.
I think we're delighted that it's only 1-0. I think that's the point. But they had an opportunity right at the end of the first half. That set piece, they should have done better. They do still need to do better, or they will be punished. So yes, the scoreline looks okay, and City didn't punish them, but they must do better.
Trafford now, the Manchester City goalkeeper picks it up and knocks it out to the right-hand side, and City now will come forward with Rico Lewis over the halfway line. Omar Marmoush, very unlucky not to have made it 2-0. The replay showed he was onside. The flag went up as Woodburn wins the ball back on the halfway line for Salford City. They're heading towards the penalty area now with Namai. Namai's got Graydon in the box. It's out on the left-hand side to Garbett, who does get a cross in towards Woodburn. Gonzalez with the chest down, and it's cleared away towards Marmoush for Manchester City. Marmoush surely fouled there in the centre circle. And play goes on. No free kick there. That was bizarre.
Both of them. They both got hold of each other. That's the message straight away. Just looking to get behind him, but now build some momentum. They look brighter here. Go on, move the ball.
Yeah, confident start. Confident start by Salford. Longella on the right hand side.
They've gone higher, haven't they? Look at the wing backs. Salford have gone higher. They're committed, but they've got to make sure they do something with it.
Reinders now playing it back to his goalkeeper James Trafford. That's a poor clearance. He's a bit fortunate there as it fell to Phil Foden. Didn't really get any height on the ball. Phil Foden does calm things down in the end, and here's Nico Gonzalez to clear it forward. A bit of space now for Manchester City over the halfway line with Reinders. He's got Marmoush with him. He's got also the run from McAdoo on the right hand side. He tries a shot left footed. It's blocked though by Garbett getting back there, and now Phil Foden will pick it up 30 yards out. Can they be a bit quicker in their attacking play, Manchester City, in this second half? They lead by 1-0 against Salford on the BBC World Service and also Sports Extra 3 as Shirky now picks it up right hand side. Phil Foden now knocking the ball towards John Stones. John Stones left hand side finding Aït-Nouri. He had a big part to play in the goal. It was his cross that was turned in. Now Gonzalez, 35 yards out. The fans called for him to shoot a couple of times during that first half. He didn't think about it there. McAdoo now, the youngster who came on for Max Allain. Lovely ball towards Reinders. Reinders tries a shot there, but it's smothered by the goalkeeper Matty Young. Still though, it's with Shirky. Back now towards Phil Foden, who tries a shot. and it's cleared by Salford City. Frantic defending, but they do get the ball away.
Yeah, they're struggling to do it, but Ryan Shirky almost got that left foot away. Then Phil Foden on the next one coming up across the line, but lots of white shirts defending right across the front of that penalty area. No room at this moment. Pep Guardiola, arms folded behind his back. Salford just delaying it, aren't they? Just waiting, grabbing a breather.
So throw in on the right hand side. Alfie Dorrington will take it, the unfortunate scorer of that own goal, but the back three have been really impressive. Cooper, Dorrington and Orr, they've looked really solid during this game so far, despite Manchester City's dominance. Shirky now on the halfway line. Shirky has McAdoo to his right, but he might go all the way here. Ryan Shirky finds McAdoo left-footed, and it's saved by Young. It was straight at him, but he did well to push the ball behind. Out for a corner for Manchester City, who are starting to create chances in this second half.
Yeah, Matty Young on point again, near post. It's sort of checked back late. Great run through the centre. McAdoo just coming across left-footed. Maybe a little deflection yet again, but he parries it wide.
They thought about taking this quickly. Michael Brown was calling for Man City to be a bit quicker in their attacking play. They thought about it there, but Phil Foden has just slowed things down again. He's going to take this corner, swing it in towards Gonzalez, who is on the edge of the 6-yard box. Marmouche is there, Reinders is there, Ain't Nouri's at the back post as well. Play towards Gonzalez, headed out by Orr. McAdoo, though, is in the box, thinks about a shot, then turns back on his left foot. Back to Foden now. Foden does try a shot. It deflects in the air and out for another corner. Spell of pressure here from Manchester City as Salford try to hang on. They're just one goal down at the moment, 1-0 to Man City.
Yeah, Foden's so good, coming across the penalty box, waiting and pushing it a little bit further each time to find the gap with that left foot as he hits so firmly, deflected wide. City now putting more pressure on.
Another corner for Phil Foden. Another opportunity perhaps for Manchester City. It's a low ball. Gonzalez might have got the final touch there as it loops over the bar. Wasn't a great corner, but in the end it nearly created a chance. It's gone out. I think Stones may have got the final touch. It's gone out for a goal kick, and Matty Young will take it and trying to waste a little bit more time here. Salford City, as they just try to stay 1-0 down in this game. Pep Guardiola, we're seeing pictures of him on our screens here, looking a bit frustrated, Michael Brown.
Yeah, do you know what he'll just be saying? Well, it's difficult. You come across against a disciplined back line. There's all the substitutions now come out that they're going to possibly change it very soon. Understand that would probably be a good option, wouldn't it? And where it's at this moment in time.
Yeah, a couple of the subs warming up, including Ruben Diaz, who's getting a good round of applause. John Stones now playing it all the way back to James Trafford. The goalkeeper made a good save in that first half. Ben Woodburn with the effort, didn't catch it totally cleanly, but it was on target. Needed that diving save from James Trafford. Forward now towards Reinders for Manchester City, but they've lost the ball. Orr picks it up for Salford. Part of that excellent back three for Carl Robinson's side. They're in the 4th tier, 6th at the moment in League 2 after a couple of defeats in their last 3 games, but they're only 5 points off the top 3. The top 3 go up automatically in League 2. And Salford with a bit of possession here. We were watching the possession stats a lot during that first half. They're getting the percentage up a bit here now. Salford City, as the ball is played towards Namai, headed away by Kusanov. One back in the centre by George Grant for Salford City. Grant gets it back left-hand side. This is good football from Salford City. They're growing in confidence here. Grant has won a throw-in over on the far side, on the left-hand side.
Yeah, they've got much more possession, much more ball control. Just looking, aren't they, to try and have some combinations, wider areas, as Pep just goes to sit down. A little chat with the technical staff, and now a chance, set piece as such, trying to put it in City's box.
Yeah, will it be a long throw here? Garbett will take it. It is a long throw towards the penalty area. Dorrington is forward. They might win a corner here. Salford City. No, the final touch is off Sakor. It will be a goal kick for James Trafford to take. Such a brilliant FA Cup history in recent years. Manchester City won it in 2023. Runner-up in the last 2 finals. He really takes this competition seriously, Pep Guardiola. I love that answer, Michael Brown, that he gave yesterday in the press conference about loving going to the League 2 and League 1 away grounds and the atmosphere and the long ball football. You wouldn't have thought that when Pep Guardiola first came to England, that he'd love all that.
Yeah. Possibly.
You think he was lying? He was exaggerating a little bit. It's on the halfway line here with John Stones, who knocks it back to Kusanov.
To be fair, he loves to start. I've been in his company with Neil Warnock, actually.
Yeah, they have a great relationship, don't they?
So I've been in a few times with that, and it is interesting listening to Neil. It does make him laugh quite a lot, actually, when he's going on about the stories of what he's done and when and what, and different players and different scenarios and chairmans, etc.
Reinders now on the far side to McAdoo. 53 minutes gone. Manchester City 1, Salford City 0 on Sports Extra and the BBC World Service. Foden in the box. Can he get it to Shirky here? McAdoo 25 yards out, edge of the box. They're pushing Manchester City out well here though, Salford City. Lining up. The bank of 3 defenders, or it's 5 now with the wing backs pushed all the way back, and then the 2 midfielders ahead of them, Grant and Woodburn. Now Phil Foden 30 yards out. Thinks about playing it to the left-hand side, and he does. Aït-Nouri now. Again, it's quite slow, though, from Manchester City. Stones right-footed. Short pass towards Lewis. Now McAdoo seeing a lot of the ball right-hand side. Turns back, tries to get a cross in with his left foot. He thinks he's been fouled there by Namai, but the referee says play on, and in the end, Namai is fouled by McAdoo, and it's more frustration for the Manchester City fans. Free kick to Salford City.
Namai's game, isn't he? Do you know, he's like, come on then, I'll either run it past you, use my skill, or I'll fight with you. I'll be aggressive, I'll put challenges in. He got that into trouble, didn't he, early? I thought, well, what's going to happen when he could receive that yellow card for the second challenge, and he's in the mix, he's in and around the situations, and McAdoo's wondering what he's done. Just now, the delay, the wait, and up it goes. Really long ball. We've seen they've had a few little sniffs from this if they get first contact.
He's highly rated, Namai. Had trials actually at Manchester City and Manchester United before joining Salford. He's a Dutch player. Had a spell at the Ajax Academy, I think, as well. So he's highly rated. Come into the game today, we were told to watch out for him, and he's certainly impressed, Kelly Namai. 7 goals so far this season. Where's the number 10 shirt? Now it's Woodburn, who's an impressive player. He gets across in towards Namai, back post. Could be an opportunity here for Salford. It's gone out for a corner. Phil Foden is furious. He thinks the final touch came off a Salford player, but it has gone out for a corner, and these set pieces could pay dividends here for Salford City. This is where they have an opportunity, Michael Brown.
Yeah, Ben Woodburn in the middle. It's a good touch initially, and then the space was all in front of him. He was going to use a slide pass. He doesn't. Mike coming out the back post. He goes right across the face. Oh, it's going to be tough for him. He always sneaks in. I just think take it on there, Woodburn, and see recovery runs. Rico Lewis.
Play towards the centre of the park. Trafford comes out and misses it, but he's a bit fortunate there. It goes over everyone. There was Orr, Dorrington and Cooper there in the box, and it's gone out for a goal kick. May have actually given a free kick there. The referee, Manchester City, take it quickly. Almost created something there, Salford City.
Yeah, almost there now. Here's the fans just asking, come on, go touch quicker, tempo, momentum. Shake it, look, let's just delay, wait, circulate the pass. I think that suits Salford all day long.
Yeah, it's good for the neutrals, this narrow scoreline after 56 minutes. Just 1 goal in it. Manchester City with that goal, an own goal. But for the Manchester City fans, they're getting a bit nervy here as City win a free kick on the halfway line. Foden is brought down. They've got a good record against lower league teams, Manchester City. They've won the last 20 against teams from outside the Premier League. 82 goals on that run. So that shows you what Salford City were up against in this game. As Aït-Nouri now has it on the left-hand side. Aït-Nouri turns back and tries to find Marmouche, who's frustrated there, turns away. Foden now picks it up. Remember, no Erling Haaland today. No Antoine Semenyo. They're not in the squad. As McAdoo now picks it up and has won a corner, has he? No, it's gone out for a goal kick. The final touch, I thought maybe come off Garbutt there, but it's McAdoo who got the final touch.
Garbutt did well. He got across really quickly, and he had to slow himself down because McAdoo's just going to sort of flick it past him, and then he's in the other side. He took a gamble, got it right, good defending. Now, again, this wait, the pause, the delay, setting it up.
You were saying before the game that the individuals had to step up for Salford. The likes of Garbutt, they have stepped up, haven't they? Namai has done well. Woodburn is starting to grow into this game. Just 1-0 down against mighty Manchester City, the team they lost 8-0 to last season. And it's growing into a decent game, this, as Namai picks it up left-hand side. They're thinking about a change here. Salford City, Udo is going to come on. Namai now gets in across, looking for Graydon. It's cleared away. It was Kusanov who cleared it away. Garbett gives him a round of applause there, Namai's teammate. That was a decent cross.
Yeah, George Grant initially in the middle of the pitch. Some good footwork. There was a little bit of combination between him and Woodburn. Osterfield just getting in better areas, having the confidence to move and play passes. And then a good ball in across that 6-yard area, cleared away. Now the long throw comes.
The centre-backs are up there again, including Zakor, who will try and flick this on. It's scrappy. Eventually Manchester City do get it clear. They're leading by 1-0. Longello now finding Woodburn. Woodburn right-hand side. Finding Namai. Back to Longello. Can he get a cross in? He thinks he's won a corner there, but eventually it's stopped by Shirky, just about keeping it in. Right, Nori, though, is beaten to it. And now it's back again with Dorrington for Salford. Longello now will pick it up. They're just underneath where the Salford City fans are watching here. They're urging them on. Longello trying to get in across. It's Namai in the box. Good save by Trafford at the near post. Another opportunity, another shot on goal for Salford City.
That was great play down the right-hand side. Namai just come right across. And he tries to just hit it as hard as he possibly can, near post. Trafford stays big and it's hit him plumb right in the centre of the chest, right on that Etihad badge, and anywhere else or through his legs, hard and low. Had an opportunity, much better from Salford.
30 minutes to go. Can they get an equaliser here? Play towards Zakor. Makeda will try and get it clear at the back post. Does get it clear, volleys it away. And now Young will pick it up, the goalkeeper, on the halfway line. And it's going to be a long ball played straight back into the penalty area, looking for the run of Graydon. Zakor was there as well, but it's over everyone. And it's out for a goal kick. And Pep Guardiola now will think about the changes.
You know exactly. Just that little opportunity. It was like, they're going to go for it now. They're going to come. These are their substitutions from Carl Robinson. Hasn't he got some players to be able to do that?
Yeah, what a strong bench it is. Diaz, Gahey, Rodri, Nunes, O'Reilly, Semenyo, and a youngster, Floyd Samba, who hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about. There's an interesting story there. Nori now back to John Stones. Manchester City 1, Salford City 0 on the BBC World Service and 5 Sports Extra as well. It's John Bennett and Michael Brown with the commentary. We'll keep you updated with other scores around the FA Cup as well. John Stones now the centre-back in a midfield position at the moment as City push forward. Stones picks it up again. His first start for Man City since November. Vital minutes for him as he tries to have a big contribution at the end of this season, with City going for the title, of course, the Champions League. As Foden loses the ball there, that was good play by George Grant, just hustling him there. Kolo Toure now is in the technical area for Manchester City, getting the subs organised, so we'll see the changes in a moment. John Stones now bringing the ball forward. You can hear the fan urge them on. Shirky, edge of the box again. He's frustrated though. Cleared away by Osterfield, who's playing in that midfield position just in front of the back three. Rico Lewis now for Man City. Finds Makado. Back to Rico Lewis in the box. Gets in across. Young grabs it at the second attempt, the goalkeeper for Salford, and he'll be able to get it forward.
Yeah, good play. Rico Lewis, just give and go. Gets that cross in, but just looking on that substitutes bench, John Stones, that might have been the plan. 1 hour, just crossed it. Mark Gay getting ready. Nico O'Reilly, Semenyo. Well, keeps going, doesn't it?
Well, you're a Salford player.
Look at Carl Robinson
Michael.
looking back over his shoulder. That's brilliant. Carl Robinson and Alex Bruce just standing in the technical areas, look back to their left-hand side, thinking they're doing okay, just about to try and affect the game themselves, and then they go, oh dear, look what's coming.
Yeah, here comes the 2 England internationals and a Ghana international coming on. So yeah, John Stones will make way. Surely that, as Michael says, that was the plan after his lack of minutes, coming back from injury. Nico O'Reilly, who's been so impressive this season, and Antoine Semenyo, who's made a fantastic start to his time at Manchester City. So the 3 changes about to be made, and Salford are going to hold back on their changes. Udo was preparing to come on, but he's gone back into the technical area. Maybe he's going to wait to see what Manchester City do here. It's going to be a throw-in for Salford. So are we going to get the changes? Here we go. Antoine Semenyo, Mark Gahey and Nico O'Reilly coming on. Why do you think Salford have held back their changes, Michael?
Well, I think it's one of those. Let's maybe have a look, just decide. Is there any little angle? But, yeah, an obvious one. Ain't Nori. But, yeah, why have they not? I mean, they're just waiting to give themselves their best chance. I thought it was about right. They've got to start just committing more now, just seeing it open, and if it's 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, John Stone's coming off, Ain't Nori is coming off as well, and Phil Foden is being replaced. A chance for him to get a bit of a rest. So Mark Gahey on, Antoine Semenyo on, and Nico O'Reilly on. Can they add a bit more pace and urgency to this Manchester City performance? They're just 1-0 up against Salford City. That goal after 6 minutes. We expected the floodgates to open when that went in. Ryan Aït-Nouri's shot, or was it a cross, turned in by Alfie Dorrington. But Salford City have been really solid as Phil Foden gets a round of applause. Antoine Semenyo coming on. What a start Michael Semenyo has had at Manchester City. Some players take a while, don't they, to settle in a Pep Guardiola team. He's hit the ground running.
And a wide player or an attacking player where you're not sure if you can make that choice, whether you come inside, whether you get back, whether you just come inside, circulate the ball and wait, or you go through. But he's getting goals, he's pushing in behind, he's pulling into different sides of the pitch. He's done really well.
Yeah, he'll probably be the difference maker in this game as well. I'm sure when he gets an opportunity, he will take it. Now some space for Man City. You can hear the crowd getting behind them. That's an excellent tackle by Zakor, who's now created a counter-attack. Zakor tries to carry the ball towards the area. He's brought down about 25 yards out. And this is going to be a free kick for Salford. Nico Gonzalez with the foul. And this is in shooting range, isn't it, Michael Brown?
Yeah, it was a wonderful challenge. Zakor, seeing as City try to get away, shows it Reinders. He thinks he's got a bit of cramp, or he's caught his shoulder, but it's in shooting range, 25 yards out, just left of centre. It's a good opportunity, but it's a really great challenge, wasn't it? Zakor stepping in, Reinders all the way with his pace, looking to get forward, and Nico just giving that foul and taking all of the sting away.
It's the BBC World Service, it's 5 Sports Extra. That was the voice of Michael Brown joining us for this 4th round tie in the FA Cup. We expected it to be totally one-sided. It has been in terms of passes completed and possession, but the scoreline is still tight, still just 1 goal in it, and a free kick here for Salford City. Garbett will take it, hits the wall. That's disappointing. He had the opportunity there to get a shot on goal, but it hits the wall. But they still have possession here, Salford, with Zakor, who knocks it long towards Graydon down the right-hand side, but it's out for a goal kick. That was a poor pass by Zakor, and an opportunity wasted. Or has it gone out for a corner here? He's pointing to the corner flag. It's going to be a corner here for Salford City. Another set piece. They are really gaining in confidence here.
Pep just literally scratching his head, laid back, legs crossed. You know where he sits on that corner of the technical area. Fans are saying, why, what? Should it really be given?
I'm a bit confused there, I've got to say.
Just look at the flight of the ball, whether it was or whether it wasn't. We're not going to get another look. But imagine those supporters, if the dream of the FA Cup is still alive, can they get a step towards not going out of this competition?
It's going to be an in-swinging left-footed corner, and it's not been cleared by Manchester City. Suspicion of handball there by Nico O'Reilly. Not too many appeals on the pitch, but the Salford fans were appealing, and it's all the way back now to Matty Young, the Salford City goalkeeper, as Man City got the ball away. It's a clearance though, which hits McAdoo and almost created a chance there on the edge of the box for Shirky. It's out for a throw-in. Oh, he was a bit lucky there, Matty Young, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, very lucky. We seen it last night, didn't we, with Delap as it ricocheted off, but it was much wider on the side of the pitch, and then Ryan Shirky just beat into the ball, and that's the lift City wanted.
Semenyo now back to Gonzalez. So after a spell of pressure from Salford City, who'd have thought we'd been saying that? Be saying that spell of pressure from Salford City. It's a spell of pressure here from Manchester City. Semenyo getting one of his first touches, forced back towards Gonzalez. Will those 3 changes make an impact for Manchester City? The changes are about to arrive now for Salford. Osama Ashley is coming on, and Daniel Udo is coming on as well. If you're listening to our coverage pre-match on the BBC World Service, we heard from Daniel Udo, who scored against Liverpool in the Cup before, scored at Anfield Will he add the Etihad Stadium to his list of grounds where he's scored? Mark Gahey now picking it up for Manchester City. Gonzalez switches the play to Makadu, who's seen a lot of the ball. That's a good challenge by Garbett. I've been really impressed by Garbett, and he's won a free kick as well on the far side. The changes will finally happen for Salford, and Salford will have a free kick deep inside their own half.
Yeah, he's looked comfortable, hasn't he, Garbett? Especially Makadu just running at him. He's coming to chop late. He just uses the outside of his right foot to stop him. But the space is all in behind. You've got to push it past him as these changes from Salford just start to happen. And they'll believe now. They'll think there's half a chance of doing something. And Pep Guardiola, his Manchester City side, will be asking questions. Why have they not done it earlier? Why have they left it so late? And why are they putting themselves into a little bit of trouble?
So the two changes, George Grant is coming off, and Kelly Namai, who we've been impressed with, coming off as well, and Osama Ashley on, and Daniel Udo on as well. Daniel Udo, born in Lagos, former Nigeria under-17 international. Made his name really at Shrewsbury. That's where he scored the goal against Liverpool. So a chance for him in this game. And Osama Ashley, player of the season last season for Salford City. He's been at the club since 2023, so very experienced, a crowd favourite. They get an opportunity here to make an impact in this game at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City 1, Salford City 0 on the BBC World Service and 5 Sports Extra. Nico O'Reilly on the halfway line. Come on City is the chant from the crowd. They're trying to get behind their team here. Makadu, I think he's offside here. Yes, he is. The flag goes up. And that was poor, really, because he was in a position where he could see down the line, but he just moved offside. And Salford again will have the ball. And Carl Robinson on the edge of his technical area there. You say you know him, Michael. He knows he's really enjoying this now, isn't he, Carl Robinson?
Well, the last time he was here, seeing what he was thinking, can this end? Can I please leave? And now he knows there's a possibility of something. They're in the game, the later stages. And at that point, they'll start to take risks. They'll start to grow in the game, and some of the players will say, right, come on, I'm going to try a 1v1 now. I'm going to try and push it past the midfield player or the full-back. I'll try and get up the pitch. I'll try and get crosses in. It's gone so flat. It's perfect for this away performance from Salford City.
Didn't expect to be talking about the possibility of extra time during this game, especially when the goal went in after just 6 minutes. Still a long way from talking about that. Yeah, it is 1-0 to Manchester City, but there's just that chance that they might get an equaliser. Long throw towards Zakor now for Salford City. They're still on the attack here, Salford, the 4th tier side up against the team second in the Premier League, just 4 points behind Arsenal in the Premier League. Early touch for Osama Ashley, who's won a throw in, so another long throw, another opportunity for Garbett to get the ball in the box. Again, Zakor has gone forward, Cooper's gone forward as well. He had a chance in the first half. Udo is there. His first touch might be an attempt on goal. It's played towards Udo, flicked on. Udo's got his back to goal here, tries a shot, but the ball is taken away from him, and now Manchester City can break, and this is where they can be really dangerous. Marmouche tries to get to the ball, but Longello clears it, almost reaches us in the commentary box, that ball out for a throw into Manchester City.
Yeah, Longello all the way across, but I mean, a little bit of composure. It sort of dropped in the box there, you know. When we talk about long throw, it's not the longest. It needs to be a little bit better, a little bit flatter. And what they're doing, getting bodies around, just taking the flicks, and then see contact, wasn't it? Let's see, who was it? He just gets caught on the edge of the box. I think it's Ryan Graydon who just gets caught as he just tries to volley the ball. Nico O'Reilly, straight leg. It could be a sore on that.
Yeah, so a stoppage in play here as Graydon gets the treatment from the physio. He's had to work hard up there, Graydon. He's been isolated a lot during the game. Let's bring you up to date with the other scores around the country, around the UK, around England in the FA Cup. It is 4th round day on BBC World Service and 5 Sports Extra. So here it's Manchester City 1, Salford City 0. Elsewhere in the FA Cup, Burnley 1, Mansfield Town 1. Another interesting scoreline in the 4th round. Norwich City 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, and Southampton 1, Leicester City 1 as well. The equaliser for Skip not long after half time. So this is an opportunity now for Cole Robinson, the Salford City manager, to get more information to his players, I guess, Michael. Have a bit of a breather as well. It must be so exhausting playing against this Manchester City team who constantly have the ball.
He won't need to wave him over, they'll hear him from wherever he is, I know that.
They did do a show.
Their ears are burning all the way through.
You said it would be great to get a mic on him. They did do a programme. BBC Sounds had a documentary, I'm sure it's still available, where they mic'd him up when he was Oxford United boss, and it was so entertaining. They had to use the bleep button quite a few times, but it was great. He got an insight into his team talks, and it was really entertaining. He is a character, and he is furious about something here. Not quite sure what he's upset about. I think he's talking to a couple of his coaching staff here. I'm not quite sure what's upset him. I think Graydon's going to be okay here. He's just limping off, but seems to be able to run this off. No, they might have to make a change here, so that's a shame for Graydon, who's worked really hard during this game. Meanwhile, another change from Manchester City. Rodri is on. Talk about bringing on a quality player as Cole Robinson looks over and a Ballon d'Or winner comes on. So Rodri is on for Gonzalez. He gets a big cheer. And Salford City down to 10 men at the moment as they wait for Graydon to come back on. What have you made of Rodri this season? It's been tough for him, hasn't it?
No, but I think he's much better than what people are giving him the credit for. Could he be better? Yes. I think it's been a slightly unfair situation because his teammate also carrying the burden of performances, of opening up, having more control. He's actually done more minutes regards to strides, runs, distance covered, because they've gone back to front quicker than what he was doing before. But he's getting it now. He's almost there.
Yeah, more minutes in the tank as well for him here as Gahey now picks it up left hand side of the centre circle. Are they going to get the second goal to kill off this game? Zakor now looking for Graydon. He's back on the pitch, and Graydon tries to chest it down. It bounces off his shoulder. I think he's okay though. Looks as though he's fully fit. He's not limping anymore. Kusanov will take this throw in quickly to Gahey, and Rodri now gets a first touch. What impact will he have on this game? Manchester City in flying form going into this game. 3 wins in a row since that 3-1 defeat to Bodo Glimt, which was straight after that defeat to Manchester United. 5 wins in 6. They're applying that pressure on Arsenal in the title race. They are leading here against Salford City, but it has been frustrating at times. Kusanov on the halfway line.
It's still there now. They're just probing, having a look, make the pass. Rodri there, diagonal, now go. It's just safe, isn't it?
McAdoo now cutting back in. Yeah, it's still that slow pace in attack for Manchester City. Can Rodri speed things up? He finds O'Reilly, looking to knock it to Shirky. He's looked to be one of the most frustrated players so far in this game. Semenyo, left-hand side. When he gets a chance, he normally takes it. Semenyo now gets in a cross. He's won a corner here. He's making a good impact in the match so far. The Ghana international. He's won a corner. Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo into the side netting. Goal kick for Salford City.
Yeah, the threat was there. Semenyo just looking to try and get it towards that near post. Just strikes that side netting. Nico O'Reilly in the middle. Some good 2v1 play. He just couldn't divert it. Bodies in front. He's tried that reverse flick as he coming across the 6-yard area just to flick it, use the pace behind his heel into that far corner. The Salford just look to delay it and wait. He's got a little bit of an injury. Substitutions are all getting ready.
Yeah, Zakor is down here. One of that back 3 that have done so well with Brandon Cooper and Alfie Dorrington. Former Arsenal youth player Zakor used to play for Southampton as well. England under 16 international, still only 22. And I wonder if this is a bit of cramp as the changes are going to be made. Turton is going to come on. Ollie Turton, summer signing. I expected him to start the game actually, Ollie Turton. Very experienced defender, 33 years old. Had 4 years at Blackpool, 4 years at Huddersfield. And Cole Robinson, he's had a few team talks during this game, Michael. You said that you can hear his voice from wherever you are in the stadium. He's had a few chances to gather the players around. And I'm pleased for him. After losing 8-0 last season, it was so tough to take for him. And this has been a very, very respectable performance. So the changes are being made. Number 18 coming on as well. Matt Butcher, another player who we expected maybe to to start the game. He plays in that midfield position just in front of the back three. So I think these are going to be like-for-like substitutions. Matt Butcher, he's had spells at Accrington, Plymouth and Wickham. Another summer signing. So Manchester City 1, Salford City 0 on the BBC World Service and 5 Sports Extra. 12 minutes to go. And it is still game on for Salford City to try to force this game into extra time. Zakor, one of the players coming off, he's still talking to him as he comes off the pitch, still giving him advice. Cole Robinson, the Salford City manager. Nico O'Reilly now trying to head the ball forward for Manchester City. Flicked on by Nico O'Reilly. It's very scrappy at the moment. Longello eventually brings it down. O'Reilly then to Rodri. You can always trust to stop it from being scrappy there in the midfield. And now Kusanov will come forward for Manchester City. It's just not coming off at the moment, though, is it, for City?
They're almost just saying it's job done. We'll just keep pushing, waiting. Pep's asking questions now to say move forward. Pushing behind, more runners, leave the 1v1s. Reinders just trying to create space there. But it's just so flat. Yes, they're not giving Salford the ball, but it's so dangerous if they don't get the second.
Yeah, imagine if it's like this at 90 minutes as Semenya now picks it up on the left-hand side. They're leading by 1-0, Manchester City. Yeah, but imagine if it gets to injury time and Salford have a few set pieces. Semenya now surely brought down left-hand side by Longello. And Michael Brown signals to me that it's going to be a yellow card. And you should be a referee, Michael, because straight away the yellow card comes out.
Yeah, you knew straight away it was going to be. Once you go tight with him, it's so tough because he can just roll you at any point. You just stay away from him. He knows you've got hold of him, and then he just brings his arm around, locks you from the other side, and then just rolls into a forward area, forces the foul, or unless you let him go, yellow card. 2v1 here.
Yeah, taken quickly. That was clever. Back to Shirky from Reinders, crossed in towards the back post, and surely an opportunity, and yes, it's a goal for Manchester City, and that will be game over, and it's Mark Gahey with his first goal for Manchester City. He has wrapped it up. It's not been easy for Pep Guardiola's side, but they're surely through to the 5th round now. Manchester City 2, Salford City 0.
So easy. Really poor defending. For all we give them credit, Salford, you're lacking concentration at some point. And I said you can't do that here. In the later stages, they will punish you. They play it quick, and there's a little reverse pass, and then Ryan Shirky into positions. He has all the space, all the area, and he just puts the ball right across the middle. Goalkeeper sort of pushes it right into the path again. He can't believe his luck. Steps onto it, edge of the 6-yard area. Nice and simple with that right foot. Just guided it into the net, down with the touch. And that should be more than enough for City.
Was it just the lack of concentration there on the free kick, the fact they're able to take it quickly?
But they've not even got a man 10 yards away ready for that. There was nobody even there. So normally you'd have one 10 yards away just to stop that gap. They don't, they're not ready. They've just made the changes. Carl Robinson, he'd be so disappointed that he's just missed that, or somebody's had that detail and didn't get it correct. That's what happens when you make the changes.
Yeah, because they've been so concentrated, haven't they, through this game, so disciplined. And you just take your eye off the ball as Semenya now tries to get a third, crosses it in. Might be an opportunity for Makadu, back post. Cuts inside, Makadu tries the shot. And it will be stopped from going out for a corner by Garbutt, who knocks it to the halfway line, and Graydon. You just hope for Salford's sake that the floodgates don't open. I mean, the fans around me here, the Manchester City fans, will be hoping the floodgates open now, but they don't deserve to concede too many more goals. They're going to make another change here. Hatamahan is coming on for Salford City. January loan signing from Southampton. Former Swindon loanee. Family of footballers. His brother plays for Reading as well, so he's going to come on. Salford on the attack here. And Gahey now will knock it forward. We talked about Semenyo's start for Manchester City. Mark Gahey as well. He looks like a City regular already. He's settled in really well, Mark Gahey. He picks the ball up again, knocks it back to James Trafford under a bit of pressure here, but he's so good with the ball at his feet, and he's going to be able to knock it forward for Manchester City, who are looking for a third now. They're 2-0 up, Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. Here's Makadu knocking it forward. Chance now for Reinders. It's just gone wide. Took a touch off a defender out for a corner for Manchester City. They're 2-0 up.
Yeah, James Trafford starts this one and flicks it out to Rodri. Then McAdoo gets all the space down the right-hand side. And a wonderful little ball in. And it's all about the run. Johnny Reinders into the middle. He's a willing runner. Tries to get the shot in the far post. Deflected just wide.
So corner to be whipped in from the left-hand side. Can they get a third here? It's cleared away. The whistle has gone. I think the corner's going to be retaken. A bit of pushing and shoving here. Mark Gahey's getting a talking to from the referee. What's he unhappy about here? Butcher is there as well. The referee's talking to Garber. He's had a really good game for Salford City. One of the players who has stood out. You can see the quality as the corner is swung in now towards Semenyo. Good punch away by the goalkeeper, Matty Young. And now McAdoo will pick it up on the right-hand side. Left-footed, swings it in towards the far post. Gahey has stayed forward, headed away by Salford. 6 minutes to go. Man City 2-0 up on the BBC World Service and 5 Sports Extra. Marmouche now, left-hand side. He had a goal wrongly ruled out in this game. Can he get on the score sheet towards the end of this match? Played forward to Semenyo, one-on-one! Hits the post, Semenyo. So close to a third goal. So close to a 6th goal in a Manchester City shirt for Antoine Semenyo. Hit the post and bounced out.
Yeah, big chance. Great run inside. And then he doesn't even look across. He just thinks, I can squeeze this in past the goalkeeper in the inside of the post. And it did deserve Marmouche's turn.
Marmouche left-hand side. This is where he's dangerous, cutting in on his right foot. The ball is cleared away. Elsewhere in the FA Cup, listen to this scoreline, Michael. Burnley 1, Mansfield Town 2. Into the closing stages of that 4th round tie. Well, Scott Parker, I mean, he's under pressure. Worst possible result for him. Shirky now, turning back in the box. It's a shot from inside the box. And well over by Reinders. He's laughing at himself there. So here's the change. Ibata Aemon is coming on. Prince Will Ibata-Mahon, the loan signing from Southampton. And who's coming off here? It is Graydon who's coming off, who has worked so hard. He looks absolutely exhausted, Ryan Graydon, but he's done a great job for his team. And Ibata-Mahon is coming on now for the final few moments. Try and make a name for himself. He's highly rated as well at Southampton. He did well on a loan spell at Swindon. I know the fans really liked his time there. We're seeing a replay there. There's a Semenyo chance on our screens. Very, very unlucky. His goal tally already, Michael, is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, Ryan Shirky just sees it. Upright, lovely pass. The weight was good. And delivery just almost crept into that far corner. Is there anything left here for City to get another in his last few moments? You know, they keep pushing now off the shoulder.
Rodri on the halfway line for Manchester City. Lead by 2-0. We're into the final 4 minutes of this game. Semenyo left-hand side. What an example he is to young footballers, Semenyo. He took a slow burn career really at Bristol City. Had his difficulties, had a loan spell at Bath City, I remember. But now he's right at the top of the game with Manchester City. Rodri, edge of the box. Can they get a third here, Manchester City? McAdoo, the youngster, is using these FA Cup games as an opportunity to impress the Man City fans and impress Pep Guardiola. Mark Gahey now the scorer of the second goal, which has really wrapped up this game. We're starting to see a lot of empty seats around the stadium. The fans knowing that it's pretty much wrapped up and Man City are in the hat for the 5th round. In the box with Reinders now, brings the ball down beautifully, tries a shot left-footed, bounces on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's picked up by Matty Young, the Salford keeper.
Yeah, he could have maybe just set it off, couldn't he? As it gone into the middle of the box. Reinders chested it up and looks to pirouette turn to try and get a shot away. Mark Gahey there, just comfortable. That long ball forward. Just waits, doesn't he? Udo just tries to get the ball first, but she's his body, Mark Gahey, and lets it go straight on.
They've got a week off after this. Pep Guardiola is absolutely delighted they got a week off. Well, not a week off training, of course, but a week off before their next game. It's Newcastle in a week's time. That's the late game next Saturday, and he's talked about them being so tired, the Manchester City players. We've seen Erling Haaland not being involved today because of niggling injuries. McAdoo now edge of the box for Manchester City, tries to find Shirky. And now Salford might be able to counter-attack here with Ibata-Mahon. bringing it forward. But it's one back on the right-hand side with Shirky. I think he's won a corner here.
Did you see that flick with his foot? So he's gone to go, right? He's gone to flip-flop with one foot outside of the left, back in the inside.
Here he is again, crossing it to the far post, and Semenyo out for a goal kick. He's brilliant to watch. Is it me, or you don't get too many players like him anymore in the game, do you, who express themselves like that?
It's too structured, but he's just literally has a freedom, and because he's so good, he gets the benefit of the doubt that he's allowed to do it here, but he changes games. To see that lovely pass before, Semenyo, goal-scoring opportunity is what comes from Ryan Shirky.
A minute left of normal time. Michael, I just wanted to ask you about, when he talks about them being exhausted, just what will it be like for these Man City players? How relieved will they be to have a couple of days off now?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a bit of family time as well. That's what, I know everybody's paid and they're ready and they say, right, but it's like Sunday's recovery day, and then you're playing Tuesday, recovery day Wednesday, so then you're up prepping Thursday, Friday. So this week, after this game, they might be able to actually just say, do you know what, I have Sunday, Monday off. A nice bit of family time, or whether it be Sunday and recovery, check everybody out, and then Monday, Tuesday, obviously having that later start against Newcastle, 8 p.m. next week. It's just an opportunity, and what's been good with this game, especially after Fulham, they've been able to change so many, because it's the level of opponent. And yes, they've scraped through, but Salford have made it tight.
O'Reilly now on the halfway line, 12 games to go the Premier League season. It's going to be a great title race. Man City right back in it. Semenyo now, edge of the box, playing it to O'Reilly. O'Reilly trying to cross it in, looking for a third goal here, Manchester City, but the flag is up, and we're going to have 2 minutes added on. I think Cole Robertson will be relieved that it's just 2 minutes added on. They will get a great ovation, the Salford City players, when they go over to their fans. We can't see them here, actually, because the roof is blocking them, but they're over in the top of the stand to our right, and they're going to get a fantastic ovation. You're trying to have a look there, Michael. Can you see them there?
If I lay right down here underneath this table, I can see them just.
We think they're getting. We're not going to be able to see the ovation, but sure.
Have they brought any fans? Are you sure? The roof line just stops us looking up to our right-hand side, doesn't it? Even that new stand to the left will be limited for us as the development continues here at the Etihad. On the pitch, the development is there. The new Manchester City, you would say, a transformation, still got a lot to improve on, but we've seen a big change in personnel, but really job done for City.
Yeah, 9 changes today, and it's been frustrating at times, but all that matters for City is the fact they are in the hat for the next round. Stay with us, because we'll bring you all the details of the other games in the FA Cup and that potential shock as well. They're still playing, they're into injury time. Burnley 1, Mansfield Town 2. So stay with us on the BBC World Service and 5 Live as well. We have got 40 seconds left of this game. 2-0 to Manchester City. The early own goal for Dorrington. We expected the floodgates to open, but Salford, they defended really well. They were solid, and they created a couple of chances. I wouldn't say there were ever any massive scares for Man City, but there were some nervy moments. The City will have a free kick on the edge of their penalty area now. And they're just a few seconds away from their couple of days off here, Manchester City.
Well, if he gives them any back now, I'm sure he will. But you'll have wanted more. You'll have wanted a slicker performance. Not many people have played for such a long time between each other. They've made it tough, haven't they? More continuity with Salford, the organisation, the delay, but there it is.
As the full-time whistle, Pep Guardiola shakes hands with Cole Robinson. A lot of respect between the two. It's the 5th time they've met. And this is probably the best the Cole Robinson team has played against a Pep Guardiola team. They're talking for a long time down there. Cole Robinson will be delighted with this performance. The 4th-tier team holding Manchester City for most of the game to just 1-0. In the end, Mark Gahey made things safe near the end, but there were a couple of nervy moments during this game for Manchester City. Salford City can be very, very proud of their performance. They're going to go over to the fans that we can't see because of the roof above us, but they will get a huge standing ovation. Michael Brown finished 2-0 here.
Yeah, they will, but from there on, they're going to concentrate on the league performance. It's been a good experience for them, a good day out for the supporters. To get to this stage, they've done well to get this draw. And the test was there. Carl Robinson will learn a lot about his players. He's made changes as well. He's had to make them hard to beat. It was a difficult start, but they will mature from it. But for City, yes, very cool in the end, so much possession, not really clinical in front of goal, but as the manager will say, it was made tough for us, but we did the job.
Yeah, what do you think Pep Guardiola will be saying to the players afterwards? Is all that matters that they're in the hat for the 5th round, or will he be a bit disappointed with some aspects of the performance?
He'll want more detail. He'll want more of an understanding what he expects. A little bit slicker, the finishing, the final third to be more continuity, a little bit better with your forward passing, timings of runs. You open it up quickly, you'll be able to get in all that much more. But really, I think he'll say we've had a really tough week. That will be the message, and if you'd have said at the start of the week we'd have produced what we had, he'd be all over it. And with Arsenal as well, obviously just taking that point. And now I'll really earn a couple of days for this squad and come back ready, fighting for that late game on Saturday night against Newcastle United.
Michael, it's been great to have your company on the BBC World Service and 5 Sports Extra today. So the Salford City players going over to their fans to get an ovation. The City players doing a lap of honour as well. It was tight at times, this game. We didn't expect that after it finished 8-0 last season, but in the end Manchester City through to the next round. It's finished at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City 2, Salford City 0.